Irmão, vem aqui. Irmã. Amanhã eu vou pra escola. Ah, tá. Tá.
We are going live in 12 minutes.
Quem fez isso? Quem fez isso? Ela. Eu não joguei. Eu Tá de castigo, filha.
So, like I said, we are going to go live in 11 minutes time. Segundos. Tá. Você quer uma coisa?
Não.
Certo?
Eu acho que eu quero MM. Eu quero IMM.
Tá bom.
to drink for change. Okay. 2, 3, 4.
Sofia. Sofia. Där. Sofia, där. Lämna det sitta och vänta. Det är så. Fick okej? So we go live in 5 minutes. Just to put in the things ready for the session. Like we need a trading view. We need investing.com. And the broker we're going to use for binary option. This session will be a little different, by the way. I will go into a new indicator that is incredible good, make the trading very easy for you all. So much of the session will be that. If I get time, I will of course give signals like normal, but in this session I'm going to introduce a very good indicator for Forex on the 30 minutes. So it's for day trading, and it's very easy to use, and I'm going to go through it very carefully so you all understand how to use it. But that will be a little later. We're going to wait more 3 minutes before we start this session. So just be patient a little longer before we start. So more 3 minutes and we start. I will now post the links that we need. Let's see. No signal yet. Today we will look into a easy to use indicator. Maybe we get some signals in the end of the session. The Forex broker that I'm using plus indicator, this indicator that comes here is unlike the indicator we're going to look at on TradingView. And for the binary option broker, that's the one that we typically use in the sessions here. So if you want to copy what I'm doing, this is the two I prefer to use at least. So we need to wait more 1 minute and we will get started. Just confirming that we are recording and everything is in order. It seems that way. So we are going to start now. I will just prepare one last thing and we'll get started. So now let's get started. The indicator that we are today going to talk about, because I understand that some people find it difficult to trade without indicator in start. I did also, like for example, when you trade without, we clearly can see, for example, now on the euro against dollar that we are now in an uptrend. So probability is that this is a very nice trade. I think actually we should take this trade. Was not planned, but I did just see it right away. So let's just take it. We take it there and we target previous high. So let's just take this trade first before we even start. This was not planned. I was not planning to give a signal so early, but sometimes something looks so good that we just need to go into it right away. So that's a euro against dollar long trade. We enter at, like I said, this was not planned. I was not planning to give signals in the start of this session. We are going to look into indicator, but this was too good to not to take, because it's basically a perfect entry. Of course, we did not check investing.com yet. Before I post it, we will check it. Let's take a look very fast if there's some news, and then we'll get into that information also after. Let's see. That looks good. We can post it. Okay, then post that. So the reason I check into investing.com is that we need always to check if there are some 3 stars news. Because if there are a 3-star news, we can't take the trade. So I will explain more before I also explain the trade. So let's now go back to investing.com. Make sure you open a free account here, put in your address, because when you put in your address, all the time zones that you see here will follow your own time zone. So always before you trade, go to news, push the economic calendar, okay? Then when you see something like this was 6:30, 7 in the morning for me. When you see a 3-star news like this, wait 1 hour after. And also be careful to open a trade before, because you open a trade before, that's the same rule. You should close your trades before a 3-star news. Because when this news you can get a spike in the market that can hit your stop loss. Of course, you can hit your take profit also, but then it's gambling. You never know which way the market will go. So stay away from the news. Look, see here now, this line you see here, that is showing the time we are right now. And as you can see, just for Canadian dollar, but that was 10:30, as it's 12 my time now. We are safe there, and there are no more news today. So that shows me that we can easily trade today. Of course, it's a Friday, so that's not the best day to trade, because we don't want to keep trades open over the weekend, because a lot of things can happen in the market. Many big things can happen, as there are many days that this can happen in. So it's better not to keep trades over the weekend. So if you have the possibility to close the trades, better do that. Even if it's a small minus, better close your trades. So now let's take a look at the trade we just did. Now the reason for this trade is, as you can see, we have marked now this trend line. Of course, we can see if something like this happens, our stop loss will be hit. But this is not something that happens all the time, that you get a spike like this. So, but for these small ones here, we are protected for them. So if something like this happens here, we are protected. And as we see, we come here and we get a higher high. Now we are just targeting the last high. So probability is that we'll go even higher, as we see now in the short term, 30 minutes. So that's the reason for this trade. Now I'll remove this. This session is not about showing signals. We are now going to look at after one indicator. You just push indicator at the top here. By the way, TradingView, I use a free version, so you don't need to pay for it. Search for this, trade mate. Basically, it's the one you see here. I have two because it's basically the same as you see. It's just because I put it in favorites. So that's why I showed two for me. But only come one indicator when you write trade mate. When you put in that in the chart, you see here, even TradeMate tell you that, hey, we have a trade now, put a long trade. See, TradeMate is showing the same thing like we did see. So I will make sure I take this trade myself also, by the way. So let's make sure we do that. I need to open here. And let's enter our trade there. Now we have done so. Now let's go back to here. So as we can see, we have a long trade on euro against dollar. So the way we are closing this trade is that you see this green one that says up. That means we are going to buy, we go in with a buy opportunity. as long as you can go in after. If you come, like for example here now, you can see we can mark it up. Take a horizontal line at the entry. Any time you can enter at a better position, you can do so. You're still following the rules. Okay? So, for example, let's go to the past so we can find a closing trade. This one here did open here. Okay? You did open a trade here. Let's mark that one also. We see here, we did open. We open on the next buy, but you would open in the same area where this will close, right? Then you will close on the red dot. So this would be a beautiful trade, but here you can see you could have, if you did not open here, you could have opened here, and you could open all these bars here that is below the white line. Here you will be too late, because here you're opening at a worse entry, so here you can't open more. But all the ones that are in better position, if you see to the left that you see that you had one here and you have no red dots, that means you could open the trade in better position, go for it. And then you would close here, and you got one more opportunity to close up here. If you, for example, see this one here, and you came and you see this one, okay, then you close on this one. Or you can close at any position after you, if you come in too late and you don't see it. Or even when you're down here, just close it. If you have a closing, just close it. So let's now look for a sell opportunities. Here, for example, you open a sell on this bar here, and you close it on the green one here. Of course, you do not win every single trade. Here I'll give you an example. For example, here you open a sell opportunity, right? We'll open, and let's remove these ones here, so you can see how this will turn out. We will open a trade here. We will open one more here, and we will open one more here. So we will have 3 trades open. So as we can see, this trade here would go in 0. This one would make a small profit, but of course you would have lost with this one. So this in overall would have been a losing trade. But the thing is, this is basically more like your stop loss. No trading opportunities will give you 100% win rate. But here you can see, for example, you would open here, close on the green. You will not close on the red, of course. You close on the green, close on opposite, right? So when you open with a red short, you close on green. When you open, let's see here, you open green, then you close on there. Here you see a cross, then you close on a cross. You don't close here, you close on the cross. So that's basically how you trade. Like here, you would open here, you would close up there. Let's see another sell opportunity. You open here, and let's see, you close. That would be actually a small profit also, even though that looks good. You see, you are a little above, so you would have closed out this one. So you would get a small profit, not much, but a small profit. You open on this one, and you close down here, profit. Do you see? Open on this one, close here, small profit. But small profit is better than nothing also. So you can see you open on this one up here, and you close here, profit. So that's the thing. That's the thing. You make money all the time. Here, you open here, and you close down here, profit. So this indicator, and this indicator I have found works very good on a few pairs. The pairs that I typically use this indicator, it's GBP USD. It's amazingly good on GBP USD. I use it on euro against dollar, and works good also on dollar Japanese yen. And you don't need more pairs for this, because you get so many opportunities through the day. Like for example now, if you look at USD Japanese yen, here you would have a few open positions. You would have one here. So here is a probability that you maybe can lose little, but we never know. So you are currently running this one in minus. You will not open on this one because you have a better position here. So you would have these 3 open positions. Currently, I think your medium line is around here. So you're not that much minus. Right away this will come up to this line here. We are basically in minus, in zero. And then from here on, you're making profit. So if the closing position come up here, we are golden. So typically the losses are not that big, but the winners are bigger. So like I said, when you have open a position here and come a new one that is higher up, you don't take it. You only take when the position is better than the previous one. So that's basically how we use this indicator. Like you can see here, you will open here, close up here. You will open here, close here. You can choose if you want to open, like if you have one here. If you don't want to open more positions, you don't need to do so. But in the long term, you do better if you open on every one that come up, because you're averaging. This is a little about your account size also and your lot size. You would have lost maybe if you close here, but if you open on this 3, for example, then you, instead of lose money, you go in 0. So it's something to think about. And every trade typically will close the same day, because this is basically as much day trading as it can be. Like here, you open here, close here, open here, close here. See, you're printing money. Open here, close here. You see? It's amazing. You open here, close here, open here, and you close up here. So you see, you're making money all the time. So this indicator I have found at least to be one of my favorite indicators. We don't use take profit and stop loss, but instead of taking take profit and stop loss, you just follow the rules. And the rules is that you need, if you are in minus or not, close it on the neck opposite signal. So, and this one follow the trend. So now, for example, when you have these 2 like this, he's only looking for buy opportunities. That's why it works very good on pairs that is trending, like USD/JPY. If you have traded with this strategy on USD/JPY for this year, you would have made a killing in the market. Because basically every single signal you're taking would be a winning trade almost. And you would have got all the move in the market for this pair. So, like I said, use it on pairs like USD/JPY. It's amazing. So, it's something to think about. So if you want to use an indicator, or if you want to use trend lines, I will say this is probably as good as the trend lines in some ways, because you get every single entry. You can see, for example, if we go back now to euro against dollar. Remember, I did see a trade right away. What did this system find? Did find the same trade as we did. So, and then you don't need to think about where to close it, because basically the system will tell you where to close. He will find a good place to close it. Like, for example, you open here, you will think, I will close it here. But if you had just, and then think, oh no, but then you end up here, you see? So the system always finds a very good place to close your trades, so you get the most out of your trades. So yet again, I can't stress enough, this trading works amazing. We can take a look if this also can work on Bitcoin. By the way, the trade we did take yesterday, in Wednesday, you can see in Bitcoin, we did hit our take profit. I will say we got a sniper entry. We did open here. We did go just a little in minus, and what happened? We fly up to our take profit. So this was a sniper entry we did take in Wednesday. So congratulations to everyone that take this trade. This trade did really go our way. Now, what we can see here now, this indicator do not work on cryptocurrency that well. Of course, you can see here that would be a winner, this would be a winner, this would be a winner. But here, if you're holding these trades here, you're not doing that well. So something to think about, that this is not maybe so good for cryptocurrency. But we can take a look at gold. Let's just take a few trades and see how gold would be. I have not checked it before, so this will be new for me also. You open here and close down here. That's a winner. We'll open a long here and we close it down here. That's a loser. Open this too and close it here. Open this. I will say it's not so good, maybe. Let's keep it to these three pairs here: GBP, USD, USD, GPY, and Euro against dollar. This is the three places I prefer at least to take trades with this system. I find it to be working very good. So yeah, let's keep it to this three for this event. So yet again, Trading Mate, it's all-in-one system. You don't need 200 moving average, you don't need nothing. This is using 50 and 200 in the system from before. And the trades are automatically looking on that, so you're always taking trade that is after the trend. So that's why this system is so powerful, is that it's doing all this. You don't need to think at all, you just need to follow the signals and that's it. So if you're looking for a complete system, yes, here it is. This is the one, no need to look more. We can now start to maybe look a little signals, as always. I just needed to show you all this indicator because I have found it to be very strong. So, as we have talked about before, USD GPY is very trendy. It's trending like crazy. And when the market is like this, it's also a little difficult to find entries because it's trending too strong. We can see right now that we are in the bottom of this this trend line. The probability is that we'll go up here again, so I can see this as a very valid trade. We can see we got the reaction and we have started to go upwards. So we can target the high here and let's set a comfortable stop loss. Let's see, let's put it something like this. Yeah, I think that's a nice entry. We can take this trade. Last time we could not trade because we were not able to get entry, but this time around we actually got one. So let's write it up. That's USD GPY. It's a long trade. We are following the trend. Entry at here. We will put our stop loss down at this level here. Stop loss here. Take profit, we basically take it at the previous high. So let's take that one there. Like that. So let's post that. Like that. Then we have that in order. No, like I've been talking about before, this USD GPY have for a very long time been trending upwards, and to take the trades on the trend line in USD GPY is basically the safest you can do, because it's a trending pair, and almost always you can see, if you take already here, we can say we have based a trend. That means on this one you could have taken a trade, you would have won. This one you could have taken a trade and you would have won. And at any one of these you could have taken a trade. Here you could have taken a trade and won. Here you could have taken a trade and you won. And probably in the future we would have said, here we could have taken a trade and we would have won. So that's the clue with this pair, that is very trending. Of course you would never take any of these short trades, but here we could have taken long trades. Right away we based this trend here. Here you can see we based the trend already here. So here we could have taken a trade. Here we could have taken a trade. Here we could have taken a trade. Here. This one maybe would have lost, depending on how big we would take the stop loss. But the probability that this will be the first place we lose, and we will take it here. Maybe we could have lost these two last trades here. Both of them is depending on how big our stop loss would be, and because we would have hit take profit maybe up here, but still, if we had taken a stop loss below here, we would have take profit higher. So I will say maybe lost this, but we would have lost this one. We would have never taken any trade here, but we will take it again here. And same when you go back here, more trending upwards, you will have taken these trades. Here we're trending upwards, we could have taken. Here is trending upwards, we could have taken. This sidewise, we would not take it so much. Maybe, let's see here now. Here also we could have taken a trend line, you see. But we will only have had this trend line after the touch here. So we could have taken this trade and this one, both of that would have been winners. And this will not take it because it will be below the trend. So again, more winners. Here again we can see, we can easily put up a trend line and we have taken multiple trades. So that's the thing with the pairs that is trending like USD GPY. As long as you're trading always with a trend, you will basically, through the year, of course, you will not win every single trade. Nothing is said that this trade will be a winner, but the thing is that as long as we take this trade, because always you will think, we are too late in because here is the high, we will not go above here, so maybe you should not take. But you see what happened, we go higher. And nothing is said that this will be the highest point either. So we maybe will continue much up here. That's something we don't know right now. Because here also you could say, we are already so high, so we should not take here. Probability you think like, we will go downwards from here, but what happened? We go much higher. So rather than think yourself, follow the rules, enter the trades where you see the possibilities, and you will basically be printing money when you trade like that. Like I said, yes, you get some losing trades. This trade can be a loser, who knows? But the thing is, as long as we follow the rules and we are constant doing this, we will make money in the long run. And that's what you're looking for. So that means we are done with this pair. I'll drink some water. Let's take a look at GBP USD. Here we can see we got a breakout from the downwards trend. It's not clear what can happen here now. I like to have a little more information to go out from, because we basically just got a spike up and that's it. Typically we could have entered here, so let's see if we have done that. How would the trade look like right now? Let's just see how this would look like. We would have opened on the close above the trend. We would have taken our stop loss below this point here. We would have target of 1.5. So we would still be in the trade. But if this would be a winning trade, that's for the future to say, but it's a high probability that you at least will retest up here in this resistance, at least before we either continue downwards or get a trend change and go up. So I will say, if you have been here just yesterday in night, this would have been a very nice trade to take, because always when you break out of a trend, sometimes yes we come and retest the trend line, but it's not always you get so lucky. So I would have taken a trade here and we would have been running now in profit, and it's a nice trade. Like I said, I think we will at least go up and retest this area. Now with that said, we have our area here. Now in here that we did touch, you see, that is also resistant, but we will always have a few areas that is hitting more often than not. But this one is the stronger one, so I think we should hit this take profit if you are taking this trade. Of course this one can come down to this region. If for some reason he come down here and retest, then and only then I will open the trade. I will not open if it come down to this region here. I will now be more patient and open only if you come and retest, for example down here. For example, I would keep my stop loss tight and still target the same area. I could even just target the previous high here and still be golden, you see. So this is a trade I will now be looking for. Be patient and see if you can get a retest of this trend line. Then take a super tight stop loss, as you see here. Keep the stop loss the same as the one I will have taken on this one, but target maybe just the top we see here, and even have a higher probability for a win, and the win will be bigger than the win if you had taken the trade yesterday. So this is how I play the market. At least I'm very patient. I don't jump into trades if I don't need to. So then we are done with these two pairs. Let's look here. This one we have been looking at already. Let's see. Okay, then we can take a look at gold. Gold was moving a little upwards, a little previously today, but we can see now we are going a little downwards again. It's not so much action in gold as we are used to. Typically we have been seeing gold being trending upwards for so long time. We did see in the higher point, I think was like 2060 or something. Yeah, 2060. Yeah, that's the highest point for gold. But as I have told before, I'm only looking for gold trade the day when we break out of this trend line. Then I'm going to be looking for a very nice long trade. And hopefully we do it far down, so we can put a stop loss maybe below here and take a very, very nice long. And I will not set a take profit. I will just let it ride and see if I can close it up in the regions up here, that will be super nice. So I want to keep a trade open for a very long time if I can get it down here, if you can get across here. Then I will just open it and forget about it, let it just be running. Of course I will set a stop loss, but I will not set a take profit. So that's one I'm looking for. I'm very patient. This might not be before October, as I told before. So, but I'm following. We are getting very fast, not October. So when they come to that time, I will follow, and if you can get a breakout here, that will be just amazing. Just like I said, put a stop loss down here and just hope we shoot up to the previous highs and we'll make incredible money. So that's my plan for gold for the long term at least. Short term, we can see if we get a trade now for the 30 minutes. The trend is downwards, so it's not something that you will typically look at, but if we take a trend line here now in the 30 minutes, we can see we have a short-term trend. Let's zoom in and get a little better view on it. We can see we are really respecting this trend line, and we might probability go up here, so I think this is a trade we can take. So stop loss we take below the start here, and we can target the top, and we are getting a 1.5 trade as we like to get there. So let's take this trade. That's gold USD. So gold USD long trade, and at this point here we take our stop loss at this level. That's the previous, that's the start of the trend, basically the lowest point of the start of the trend, and we take our take profit at the previous high. Then when I said previous high, I talk about the high we had recently. And that's a 1.5 ratio, the way I like it. So we got a few. I did not plan that much to take so many signals today. My plan was basically to show the indicator, but I did figure out it go fast to explain it, so let's take a few signals also. So now let's take a look if there are any questions. Oh really? Oh, that's cool. That you're using the same indicators. Yes, this indicator is amazing, and yes, of course you can copy my trades. If you hear some music in the background, that's not from my computer. I don't have any music here, so I guess you need to check your own system then. 20% commission bring, yeah, it's a very good referral system they have for this academy. So if you have someone you know that can join, bring them in, and you are making some money also. So it's a good idea for you. And also if they bring in someone, you get money from them also. So it's a good deal always. Yes, I have opened a few trades now, so if it's them you talk about, yes, it is. Yes, patient in the market is smart. Yeah. Yeah, you should trade some after the session. Professional, I think you first need to be trading a little first. Start with some low lot sizes, not trade on demo, rather put in a small amount of money and trade with small lot size. You learn much more by trading with small lot size on our real account than you go in a demo account and you think you are a professional. Because if you have that belief, you will really get in problems when you jump over to real account because your emotion will take over. I will say one of the pairs I like to trade the most is GBP USD. That's basically one of the pairs I have the most success with. Also USD GPY. As long as you follow the trend on USD GPY, you will do very good. If you ever start to trade against the trend on USD GPY, you will explode your account, because and not in a good way. Because the thing is, on USD GPY, it's a trending pair. So if you start to, for example, use, and I will give you a good example. If you use RSI on USD GPY and you're using in the top RSI and you put a short, you will lose so much money, you have no idea. I will show you. Let's go here now. Let's go to USD GPY. There are so many that is trading with RSI, and it's super scary. RSI is an indicator you should never use. Many will tell you to use it, but don't use it. Let's see if I can find relative strength index. Okay, I can't add more. We can remove this one. And let's see, RSI. Relative strength index. Okay, so I'll show you some examples. Let's take this one to 4 hour. Okay, let's say now that you see here we pass above the 70 line, right? And then some people in YouTube, they will tell you short here. Okay, let's say you have done that now. Let's make a line on this one here. What would happen if you short here? Do you see any way you're getting a profit? No. If you're holding this trade, you see here, now we're going downwards. No, I will not sell. You don't sell. You keep it, keep it, keep it. What's happening? You're losing so much money. And this is not, I did not sweet pick this area. Let's go back to... Of course, here you would have done good. You will get profit. This, but you might sometimes be lucky. Like here also, you would have made money, right? But the problem with this strategy is that when the market is trending, yes, you can make money sometimes, but when the market starts to trend, you can blow your account. So let's say you open here with a high lot size, you keep it open. And what happened? You never come down to this area again. If you just start to double up, you will never manage to come out to the... even here is not low enough. So that's the thing with RSI. It's super scary. I will show you one last example. Let's say, and this is what maybe one of the worst examples. Let's say you open here. You're at 116. Remember that number now. 116 you did open. Now, do you see any possibility to sell if you put in a short? Of course not. What will happen? You're holding, and up here you did enter 116 the short. You have blown your account already up here. So that's the thing is, do never, this indicator is better not to use, because it's, many people like to add this one, but the reality is it's not working. It's working very rarely. What you can use it, if you have the indicator, if you put, for example, 200 moving average and you follow the trend, but once in a while this you maybe will looks like you are below it. See? So Stay away from RSI. It's not an indicator that I will ever tell to use, at least not by itself. It's an indicator that you should and must stay away from. So keep that in mind with your trading, that you should not be trading with that indicator. The one, like I said, you should use, that's TradeMate. That's one that is very safe to use. That it's proven to be good, and you have areas to open and close. Yes, like I said, you might get some losers, but the winners are typically so big that you are making money with it. So if you're going to use any indicator, TradeMate is the one to use. Now let's see, we have 15 minutes left. Let's see if we can explain the binary option also. Let's open the chart here. Let's choose one that is paying us decent. We take this one. We always take the one that pays the most. Here we're going to add one indicator, that's Bollinger Band. Bollinger Band we basically use just to see trend change, nothing else. So we remove the median line, we don't need it. We add this one to white, the lower and upper to white, nothing else. So now I will make some marks and I will explain after. And see. So now I'll explain. The green line you see down here, that's area where I'm interested to put a call trade. Let's change this to 100 if we get the opportunity. So that's an area where that is the support line. That's an area where we can see the market hit and we go the other direction. Like we see, we can move this one now here, because that's also an area that we hit, we go up, we hit, we go up. And the rule is, as long as this Bollinger Band, it's keeping above this green line, it's valid. The same is here, as long as this Bollinger Band keep below this red line, we take it. Now, for example, I'm getting close to my area that I'm going to push the put button. So if we go now to the back here, you can see that this is an area also of interest that we also see in the past, that when we come up to here, we break down more than we go up. So now we need to wait. But as right away this upper Bollinger Band cross above this red line, this resistance is not valid more. So now we need to wait patiently to see if we can get a trade. Like you see, the bottom one here now might not be valid for so much longer. I think we can basically just move it down right away, because I see already that it's not valid more. So then our next area, let's wait now. Can I get it close again? No. So the next area of interest is down here. So let's mark it down here. So see, that's the area we touch and go up. This will touch and go up. So our trading zone is basically these two lines. So I did put the colors in the correct also. So when touch green, we push the green button. When touch the red, we push the red button. That's simple. So that's basically how I trade binary option. If we get a trade in this session, I don't know, because I'm not hunting trades. But if we touch any of this line, yes, we are getting a trade. So we are closest to get a put trade right now. So now let's see. We are ready to push if he shoot up. But like I said, right away this bullish band upper line cross above here. So if looks something like, let's make this one white. So if this one go up like this and cross here, this one maybe go something like this. Right away this one cross up here, we need to move our support line up to the next area of interest. But for now, yes, it's valid. We are ready to push. Do this strategy win all the time? No, it do not. But the win rate is at least 70%. I think I actually lost the last 2 trades I did with this. But I had before that won 6 in a row. So that's just how it is. Sometimes you can get some losses in a row. So when you start with this, even if you lose the first couple of trades, don't think that the strategy don't work. Sometimes you need to have you need to be constant. If you're not constant in your strategy, you will not succeed. Basically, it's so easy. You can backtest this strategy easily. You just mark, and right away you see the bullish band have crossed. You know it's not valid more. Then you need to move your the way that you would have used it. So yes, this strategy works and have a very high win rate. But like I said, yes, you can even get 4 losses in a row if you're super unlucky. But in the long run, if you trade like this all the time, through all the year, you make money with it. Now let's see if there are any questions. Yeah, do that. Take some notes. It's smart. What do you think about the system? Market today, I will say it's very trendy. We see that the dollar is a little weaker today, at least against GBP. Dollar is a dollar. I talk about American dollar, of course. But yes, it's a very trendy market today. So as long as you trade always with the trend, you're doing good. Of course, you would have lost money on GBP USD because we got a trend change there today. So, but other than that, it's moving the way you want. Like you can see, I did open I think 3 trades today. So that means the market is pretty good. I will not be here tomorrow. My next day will be Monday. Let me post the time I'm online. Basically, I have a session. My live sessions are Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Between 18 and 19 UTSC +2. So just it's basically a time now. So 3 times a week I'm live. So I will not be here tomorrow. I will not be here Sunday either. First in Monday I will be here. Because tomorrow we basically trade it with stop loss take profit. I basically most of the time just hold. Yes, I gave a Bitcoin trade in Wednesday that did hit our take profit, but it's not something I typically do that often. I prefer just to buy and hold Bitcoin myself. I don't sell it. So always if I have some free money that I really don't need, I just put it into Bitcoin and I hold it. And then maybe sell them on the next bull market in the top, when I think we are in the top at least. Of course, we never know the top, but we can put a educated guess where the top will be. Like, I believe the next bull market, if we come around 200,000, I would sell, because I would believe that will be more or less the top. So if it come up to 200,000 in the next bull market, I would sell everything. Even though if you go up to 250, I would feel good about it, because that's my educated guess, at least. So now let's see. I think we can take a look at Bitcoin again. Now let's take a turn. I think we did see at Bitcoin in the start of the session. I think about it. So let's take, you can write correctly at least, Ethereum against dollar. It's going very strong upwards, the same like Bitcoin. It's not long time ago since we are down here, so it's really moving good. We have right now, we are in the resistance exactly. If you can close above this white line here, let's make it much thicker so we have a little area of movement. So if you close above here, yes, probability will continue upwards at least to this region here. So that will be a super nice long trade. Short trade, I don't do, so I will not look for short opportunities. But for the ones that do, yes, if you close below, you can look for a short trade, something like this, and target maybe down there. And put your stop loss maybe about the spike. But I don't do that, so for the long trade, that's something I would look to. If you close above, I will take profit around this level here, because you see that's an area where we will take it even a little lower. I need to look at this bar here, and you can see this can happen in 4 hours. We take our stop loss. I will just take it below just here, because I'm looking at these points here, so we're coming below it. So this would be a nice long trade I would look for if we did close now in short time. It's just 3 minutes, I see. Then I would have opened here, but don't look like we're going to do it. So the probability is that we'll go down and retest some of the support areas down here instead. So there are now 4 minutes left, so if you have any questions, now is the time to ask them. Okay, looks like there are no specific questions I need to answer. So let's look here now. If we have been here, we see we came up to the line while the bullish band was below it. This is how I talked about you can backtest it. You see here in this spot, we would have opened a trade. Okay, the bullish band was still below our red line, and you can see on the next spot we would have closed it below the area we enter, and we would have got a winner. But then from here on, it's not valid more, because it's what I told you about. When the bullish band start to cross the red line, it's an indication that we are trending upwards, and it's not valid more. Then we would have need to move it, this one to the next interest zone. We always need to look to the left, and that seems like it's around here. Yeah, I think even I want to move it all the way up here. So now basically the next interest zone is all the way up here. This one you see we can't move that much because it's still very small distance from our support to this bullish band. So that's basically how I trade. You can see we would have won, and we would not have taken more of the trades that come here because of the bullish band cross above our line. So that's basically how you can also backtest the strategy, so you know that it's working. So if you have been sitting here waiting, yes, we would have got a trade and we would have won. So if you are constant in the market, you can just backtest it. If you don't believe me, just backtest it the way I told you now. Then you will see that this strategy will give you constant winners and you will make a lot of money doing so. So make sure you make account with this link here if you want to use the same broker like I do. So I'll post it here again. So if you want to join and start today, use this link you see down here. That is for a broker. And if you want to do the signals you see for Forex, this link here is with this indicator. This indicator is basically the same as this indicator I'm showing with TradeMate. If you want to use that, you get this one for free. So that's the two brokers that you need if you want to get started. So we are now getting close to be done. So I will be back in Monday. And the times you see, let me see, yeah, here. This is the times that I will basically be here. So it's Monday, Wednesday and Friday, 18 to 19. So if you want to be following me in the sessions, that's the time to join me. So we are now done for today. Now done for today. Have a perfect weekend.